There we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are the champions of the world. How cool is that? We've been around for a year. We've been able to weather some storms, and we've been able to create some new lives for a few people. So let's just make sure that we all know what we're doing about this tonight. We're here. Great to see everybody on. We've got a goodly number of people here. I just am greatly honoured to have been here on these webinars for the last year. And boy, it's been a road, hasn't it? We have had a huge amount of growth, lots of things happening, people coming, people jumping on board, all that sort of stuff. So tonight we're going to do things a bit differently. We're going to have an open session. We're going to ask some people to give us their thoughts of the last year. But before we do that, let's get right into why we're here tonight. This is a Gold Monday information session. If you need more information, please get back in touch with the person that connected you with this webinar. So here we are. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of policy. We're expressing our views only as affiliates, as we always say. This is not company policy. We do not make company policy. We do not represent the company Karatbars International. What we're explaining to you is the things we've learned along the way and how we've come to put all this together. Now, here's a little snippet from Miss Camilla, who could not be with us here tonight, to explain what we're all here to talk about.
Hi there. Thank you for joining us from wherever you are in this beautiful world of ours. We, the team at Gold Rocks, are here to show you how to become a gold saver, which has far better return than traditional savings methods. Let us show you why you should get started today. When you begin saving, you typically have a goal in mind, whether it be buying a house, paying off debt, studying, starting a business, travel, or maybe retirement. We've always been told to work hard and save. The majority of us have only had the following options: maybe holding your cash in an envelope, a jar, or a piggy bank, opening a cash savings account to earn interest, or applying for a loan. But that means debt, and that's something none of us want to get into. Unfortunately, many people don't understand what saving your money by the traditional way actually means. Cash loses an average of 2% per year through inflation. That means if you saved $100 today, it would have the buying power of $90 in 5 years' time. So then what if you put it into a savings account? The average interest rate across the banking system in Australia and New Zealand is 1% per year. So that $100 would have the buying power of $95 in 5 years' time. A little bit better than the cash in an envelope, but you are definitely losing money. So question, what do they do that you don't do yet? The governments, the banks, and the wealthy. What do they do? Simple, they save gold. Robert Kiyosaki, who we all know as the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad and Cash Flow Quadrant, says, gold is money. JP Morgan, one of the most powerful bankers of his era, whose company JP Morgan Chase still exists today, said gold is money. Everything else is credit. And Alan Greenspan, the former head of the Federal Reserve, arguably the most powerful financial institution in the world, says gold is always accepted. And they are just a few examples amongst many others. So why gold? Gold gains an average of 15 to 20% per year. So what if you put your $100 into gold? Well, in 5 years' time, it would be worth at least $175. Would you rather have $95 from your traditional savings account or $175 from your gold savings account? Next question. Why choose our gold and why save with us? Our gold savings account is free to open and has no monthly fees. Our source is the global leader in small increment weights from 0.1 of a gram. And at the time of recording this, 0.1 of a gram was about $10 to $11 Australian. This makes gold accessible to all levels of income. No matter who you are, what you earn, you can now do what was once only available to those with wealth. And helping all people get ahead is something our team at Gold Rocks is passionate about. Our gold is 999.9 gold bullion purity. It has state-of-the-art security against counterfeiting, and our source provides free storage until you choose to have your gold delivered to you. Getting started is as easy as getting back to the person who shared this video with you, registering your free gold savings account, and starting to save your money in gold today. We encourage you to do your own research into all of the information we've shown you. And we look forward to helping you save your future in gold with the team at Gold Rocks. Be blessed.
There we are, a quick overview from Miss Camilla. So what's next after you've got that information and decided you want to know more, do more, whatever comes from that? Set up a free account. You can join as a customer or an affiliate. Both of them are completely free and do not bundle you with any commitments. You can do as little or as much as you like. If you're a customer, though, you're going to pay the retail price for the gold, whereas as an affiliate, you can get a discount, open other income streams. There's a lot more products available, and you can trade gold and crypto if you choose to. But remember, the thing you need to be very, very clear about, the wealth principles. Pay yourself first. Establish a residual income. Limit your tax exposure and stay ahead of inflation. They are the wealth principles that we stick to. It's just an amazing opportunity to do this to help yourself, the people you care about, and everybody around you. And as Roger has just said in the chat window, if you think you're not going to make a difference in the world, look what Roger has done. This entire team is a result of Roger Yates sending Brent Dobson some information, and it went from there. Honoured to be in your team, Rog. So let's look at some of our sponsors for tonight. Our usual Easy Shopping Cards. They do an inordinate amount of work in software development and things to create opportunities for us. EasyShoppingCards.com. You can get your groceries from Woolworths and receive 2% back in gold. How cool is that? What about if you need a fishing rod? Well, I got BCF, and that's a bigger gold back percentage than 2%. You need a Karatpay account to get the gold, so your Karatpay number will start with 8 and 4 zeros. It's 80,000 are the first 5 numbers that come in your account. So make sure you've got that in your ESC account. Then it doesn't matter when you order or what you order, that total will add up and you will get your gold. Where else do you get gold for groceries? Then we've got Loveday Vehicle Lubricants tonight. Yes, that is their logo, and Mr. Loveday is the individual who discovered King Ludwig's. It may have been with the assistance of his wife, Jenny. We haven't actually worked that out yet, but I suspect Mr. Loveday was probably having some rust inhibitor, and they discovered they could enjoy themselves there at King Ludwig's. If you weren't there at the last one, Remember, we're doing another day there at the end of October. It is a fantastic day. Everybody that went there had an amazing time. So get set up with Doug. It's very, very good oil. We've had some amazing results with it, and you get 5% back in gold. Remember, you need a Karatpay wallet ID to get that. So here we go with our interview segment. And Ms. Phillips, are you there to take over the interview?
Yes, I am, Derek. Can you hear me?
Excellent. Yes.
Fantastic.
Away you go. Mr. Dobson, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Dobbo, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you.
Dobbo, fondly known as Dobbo. Well, I've known Brent Dobson for 7 years, I think, and certainly consider him as a gentle giant. He's so gentle, and he's a giant of a man. He's kind, he's persistent, very much a people person, and we've hit it off from the beginning, and it is my very great pleasure to interview you tonight, Brent.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for those kind words, Karen.
My pleasure. You've certainly made an influence and a lovely illusion in my life. So thank you. So the first question I have for you tonight, Brent, is why Karatbars? Really simple.
Okay, great question. I'm going to keep this pretty brief tonight. I think most people generally know my story. I'm just aware that we have a lot of people on and we have an open mic session. So, but I'm also feeling really humbled because our baby is 1 year old. And when I say that, even though I've been in Karatbars for a little over 2 years, Roger Yates sent me some information and I looked at it and did my research. I feel like the team, when I met you and Derek and a few of the other leaders that know who they are, that this when things really started to take off. And just like a 1 year old, we're still in our nappies, but we have started to walk. And I think this is just the beginning. So quickly, I'm going to go through a couple of things. Why Karatbars? Well, it ticked all the boxes for me. You know, I was looking for a business. I love the whole concept of affiliate marketing, network marketing, call it what you want, but never was able to make it work. The things that are important to me, the company needs to be over 5 years old. That's number one. These guys were about 6.5 or so when Roger first contacted me about Karatbars. Number two, they had a visionary CEO with great credentials, and part of my research was finding out about Mr. Seitz and eventually going to meet him. But he's a doctor of finance. He's an author of an incredible, or couple of books now, but one on the future of money, and he's a gold expert. You know, I knew nothing about gold in the early days, and it's great to know what we've got our hands on here. Number three, it's a powerful compensation plan. I know what some of us have managed to make some weeks over the last year or two, and that's important to me. You know, I mean, if you're going to do the work, because I don't know, Carol, you might remember a previous business where I met you and Derek and quite a few other people in this business, and
yes, I certainly
say about that business is that it wasn't a powerful compensation plan. So that was really important. And it's number four, it's recession-proof product. You know, the product is gold and it's real money. It's an income, it's an asset, income improving. It's a stable commodity. It's money. I mean, we get into business. Why do we get into business? Apart from the unbelievable people I've met here, but it's about making some money, isn't it? You know, so we've done that. And then number five, it's long history of maintaining top affiliates. And that's important for me, because when I was doing my research and I started looking around, I come across people like Brian McGinty and obviously Tammy Morrison, our amazing leader, Michael Delco, Tony DeGavia, all these people that are still in the company today. And you know, that tells me, you know, without doing too much research just on them, that the company must have something to keep them, you know, so bonded to the company, so passionate and loyal. It's really important. That's basically ticked all the boxes to me.
Nice. Well, thank you for that. Well, I'm really interested in when you met Harold, because that lovely photo of you and Harold, you look so excited. You look as though you just meant to jump into
I was.
or something.
I was. Yeah. Okay. Well,
So
again,
tell us about Harold, please.
so Harold's an amazing man. Roger and I'd only met Roger once before this. He's in Adelaide. I'm in Brizzy, and there's a top level meeting happening in Dubai. Some rewards you're giving out, and we won a trip to go over. And there's a lot of trips that come up, and then people don't go for whatever reason. But I said to Roger, "What do you reckon, mate? How about we go over and eyeball this fella?" So we did, and incredible. Yeah, that photo, I was like a kid in a candy store, just, oh, this is really Harold Seitz. And the man's not just a visionary, he's the type of guy that he had time for everyone, and you just knew that he cared about everyone. Like his German English, as we call it, his English is very ordinary. Talking to him was difficult. And he had, like a true rock star, he had so many people hanging off him and wanting his time. So, but he was happy to give me that couple of minutes, and I got Rog to take a photo, and Rog was shaking that much. I can't believe it actually came out. But no, he's an incredible man. I'm really excited what he's putting together. He's 5 years ahead, or at least 3 years ahead of the rest of us and what's going on. So, yeah, incredible man.
Nice. Right, thank you for that. Because you're the only person, you and Roger are the only two that I know, other than Tammy, obviously. But yeah, here in Australia, because I certainly haven't met him even with the trips overseas. So I'm really excited. I get this sense of growing excitement. What's the last piece of the puzzle that we've been waiting for? Tell me.
Good question. Oh, well, if you look at when you guys come in, there was this cryptocurrency. When Roger and I were first told about cryptocurrency, we just looked like stunned mullets, knew nothing, didn't even really, had heard of Bitcoin. That was about it. But I mean, it came in, and I Skyped Tammy and said, "What's this? What'll I do?" She says, "Just get some. It'll be good." So we've been moulding ever since you guys come in, and people know the story now. We talked about the ecosystem and all the products and whatever. But a few things have happened lately that's got me really excited, and they have a stable coin. Everyone knows that. What that exactly is still a slight bit of a mystery. So I'm just saying what my opinion, what I know about this. It is exciting, and when we get on these open mic calls with corporate and you see their big smiles, and you kind of just know that they're excited about it too. But what I love is that this to me now means that we can start trading and doing the things that this whole platform was put together. It's always been a gold company, it always will be. But this crypto has supercharged it, and the stable coin. So we have two coins. You're probably aware of the KBC. That's the coin that is what we call a utility coin, and that's used. And I suggest everybody get as much of that coin as you can. That's used as the gas in the system. So basically, what I mean is, for anything that you purchase, transactions made, whether it's through the upcoming laptops, phones, CMs, or any exchanges on the Karatbars exchange, there is required a fee, and that fee is in KBC, and that's exciting because I've just started my 8 weeks. We have an 8 weeks cooling off period where we turn our, and I've been teaching people this for ages now. Jack Brown is on the phone here, did some fantastic research and alerted Mitch, who told me about getting more of it in the very early days. And that's why we have these sharp young ones. But basically, you get your cash gold, you put it on your Karat bit, you wait your 8 weeks, and then you turn that into Unival. So I've managed to do that recently, and I'm noticing that there are some fees. And what are those fees in? KBC. So that's the gas. The stable coin, I believe, is a coin that's going to be, it's purchased at the rate of 1 Unival. And if you're new to the call, just ask the person who brought you along tonight. But a unival is 1/10 of a gram of gold. So it's a commodity of gold and always be tied to that commodity. So as gold goes up and down and whatever it does, that's the value of it. And these coins are going to be put into a bank somewhere in Switzerland. And those of us, now listen to this very clearly, those of us who are first mover advantage or have the first mover advantage have the opportunity to buy this coin, and for forever and a day this coin will be used to make transactions or whatever, but it's going to be the coin, the father coin. So basically those of us that own that coin will collect fees, just like imagine in the early days of the Commonwealth Bank or the like, and you picked up shares for half a cent. Bit like Bitcoin in the early days, I suppose. The difference with this, it's linked to gold. So we're going to find out in the next 2 weeks what exactly that does and how we're going to be able to purchase that. But it's through univals. How do we get univals? We buy cash gold. So, if you want to know more about that, talk to the person that brought you along to this presentation this evening. And to me, when I see those transactions and when I see this coin that's going to be, I can buy as much of that as I want. So this is great for, Carolyn, you like me, you love talking to people. We love building teams and being part of a team. And those of us that build the biggest teams make the most money. Fine, that's just the way it should be. We do the work, we put the effort in, we get the rewards. But this coin is going to allow people that might just want to have a backup to some of the money they've got at the moment, and put some money into this coin and the KBC, of course. Of course, you should be buying gold. We all know, we're all taught, and everything Karatbars do is about the wealth principles of saving in gold and exchanging your fiat declining dollars for gold. This is just what it's about. So I just, that's the final piece. I'm starting to see the fees every time I buy KB. So I bought some more KBC, just top that up because I thought, why not? I think that utility in the next little while is going to be crazy. So without giving away too much, because I don't know exactly how the stablecoin is going to work, we will very soon. But that's got me very fired up.
Excellent. Thank you. Now, what do you see happening and over the next 2 years? How's it going to play out? Tell us what you see.
Wow, I toss and turn at night at the moment. I just, again, the last 2 years was about, and Derek alluded to a little bit at the start of the call, about sort of putting this juggling, and it's not perfect. We are still just starting to walk. We haven't quite even managed to jog yet. We're in the early stages, but everything's in place now. And anybody that comes in the next year or so, I believe we're going to have people in gold rocks here. And I know there's some sharp ones already, but these guys are going to come in, they're going to see this and they're just going to explode. They're going to have thousands on their team. They're going to be making so much money. It's not funny. And, why not if you're prepared to do the work? But what I can see, we know the state of the world. We know that this is not an overnight fix, this COVID thing. And we predicted a crash a while ago in this team. We've got some great minds in this team. But I think we have a solution for everyone. It's the sky's the limit. I can see this all falling into place for the person that little old lady that's got a bit of pension money she wants to put aside, right through to these up and coming young ones that are just going to tear this business apart.
Nice. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for your input, your persistence, your people skills and your encouragement, and just the person you are. And thanks for that interview. Thank you. Just before we go, can I just thank everyone in this team. I'm really humbled tonight. We've just turned one. I'd be nothing without you guys. The things I learned. My skills are just out there chatting to people. Putting this all together is not. And we have so many great minds in this business. And thank you, Carolyn. Thank you, everybody else that's a part of it, and those are yet to come. Thanks, Brent. Back to you, Derek.
Thank you, Brent and Carolyn. let's move on to our next little bit. I know it is quite a humbling experience to be here tonight. I'm just going to touch on this again. 31st of October. We are going to celebrate Oktoberfest in our own way at King Ludwig's. Now, what we'd like to do is book the whole place out. We had 20-something people up there last time. We had an amazing time. The pictures did not even begin to express the fun we had there. It was an amazing day. It's just completely full on. The food is fabulous. The beer is German, and Mr. McCloskey has attempted to lay by all the beer on the location. So we're going to have to organise a way to pry some out of his hot little grasp. But listen, everyone, at least send Carolyn an email. Let her know that you are interested, and we'll keep in touch as we get closer to time. Obviously, it's a ways away yet. But if we could, we would like to book the whole place out so there's nobody else there except mad Gold Rocks people. Okay, let's hear from some of our other members tonight about our 1-year anniversary. Mr. Roger, are you there?
Yes, Roger speaking from Adelaide, or down in Wollonga, but I'm just visiting my daughter and son-in-law with Joe, and I took time out to tap into the Zoom rather than miss you guys.
Fantastic.
And it was a wonderful interview between Carolyn and Brent. I'm so proud to be a trigger that started this thing off to some degree, but I'm very proud to be an active participant all the time, and we're growing big in Adelaide. We've got big plans here. And this whole team will go from, I think my team just grew past the 700 last week. And I'm hoping to make this 7,000 in the next 12 months.
Sounds good.
So let's do it, guys. It's all there for it. All that, the road is clear in front of it.
Okay. Thanks, Rog. Brent, I'm going to skip you because you've just had a blurb. Carolyn, would you like to give us a word about our 1-year anniversary?
Oh, thank you, Derek. Yes, I think my exact 1-year anniversary, tonight is the Gold Rocks webinar 1-year anniversary, and my personal 1-year anniversary was nearly 2 weeks ago. So what a journey. Been around the world, met some amazing people, met some of the top people in the company, won some amazing gifts and so on through the company, and just had a blast. Had such fun building assets, building long-term residual. Well, no, I'll take the word residual. Long-term assets that are generational wealth for my family. So it's beautiful. I think that the quality and the caliber of the people involved has been outstanding, and how everybody helps everybody, and how we're so excited that so many people have been helped, influenced, increase in their own wealth, and yeah, that's all brilliant. So bring on the next year, I say. Yep, thanks, Derek.
For the next year. Thanks, Carol.
Yes.
Doug and Jenny, have you got a microphone you can turn on?
Can you hear us?
Yes, we can.
All right, Doug.
Hey, excuse me. Good evening, everybody. You know, if you want to know why I became a member of this, the fact is that I was told to do the right thing. Now, the biggest thing about this, me being involved in this with Jenny, is that in all the time that I've known Jenny, I haven't seen her so happy. Why is she happy? Simply because she can help other people earn money with not a great deal of effort. And you know, that's very rewarding. One of the good things about it, I guess, is that we meet all these other wonderful people, as other speakers have said, and they all come from all different walks of life, and we can learn so much, not only about gold, but about just life in general. Is that okay?
Sounds good.
Okay. And the good thing about Gold Rocks for me is that it's opened up more knowledge for me. I sort of love to look at things and learn things, and so Gold Rocks has challenged me to learn more, to research more, and just increase my knowledge and skills. It's been fantastic. Without, helping others as well. That's been really great for me.
That's wonderful.
Okay.
Thanks, Jenny.
No worries.
Jan and Dan, I know that you're available.
Pardon?
Jan and Dan.
Oh.
Jan McCloskey.
Hi, everybody. What a crazy year this has been. I was in England when I heard about this crazy business, and I came home, and you talk about agreeing to join something. Well, I just got joined up, and that was it. Somebody just joined me up, but we won't say who. So it's been a crazy year. But what an amazing year with learning what this gold thing is all about. You know that people say to you, oh, what's that gold thing that you're doing? Well, this gold thing has been just amazing. We've asked questions, and at first we didn't have a clue what we were doing. And we did stuff and just looked at each other and thought, well, how the heck did we do that? We didn't even know how we did it. We just did it. And then at the end of last year, I got to be number 7 in the world of Karatbars, number 7. That was just an amazing thing to happen in that promotion. I was just absolutely honoured and blown away. But it's been a crazy 12 months, and I'm so glad that we joined when we did. I've actually just had my first birthday a couple of weeks ago as well. We made heaps of mistakes. We didn't realise they were mistakes at the time, but we made them. But we've survived, and we've learnt by that. And the thing that got me was we just went out and did it. We didn't wait to learn it. We just went and did it. Something that I say to my new people, don't wait to learn it all, because while you're doing that, somebody else is getting to talk to the people that you may go and talk to. So you just get out there and you say, hey, I know I've got something that I want to show you. It's about this gold thing. I don't know much about it, but I'll get somebody else to talk to you. There's no excuse, guys. So, as I say, if you're new to this program, just get out and do it and learn as you go. Have a great ride, guys. It's a fantastic journey. See ya at the top.
Thanks, Miss Jan. Ms. McCloskey, I know that you have a message from somebody in your team that she wanted you to share tonight.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I just got to find it. Okay. This is from Camilla. Now, you all know, well, most of you know Camilla's story, and she's in my team. Camilla and I have been mates for nearly 3 years, and we've been doing this journey together. So she has this to say. Gold Rocks was already up and running when I began my Karatbars journey. What I appreciate is, as soon as you decide to be part of the team, you're led, you're nurtured, you're mentored, and you're given the tools to grow your individual business exactly as you envisage it to be. The core leaders of Gold Rocks have taught me it doesn't matter how big and crazy your vision is, they'll do whatever they can to help you get there. It's exciting to see how far Gold Rocks has come, but even more exciting to see where it's going. We are all part of an amazing group of people. Take part, show up, listen, and take action. And this girl has just been amazing. She had big visions, big reasons to be successful in Gold Rocks. And what she's done has just been nothing short of remarkable. But she's just an ordinary girl who's just got her eye on the prize. So just go for it, guys. Thanks.
Thanks, Miss Jan. How about you, Mr. McCloskey? I see you hiding there.
We'll give it another go. Here we go. That's better. I must admit I come in a bit rusty when I first started, but the thing that I've absolutely loved about this business is, A, there's no egos. If you think you're going to do well in this business with an ego, think again. The other thing, the other night we had a bit of a function around at Brent and Amanda's, and to see the people sitting there, I must admit those two young fellows from the Gold Coast, they almost make me sick. That they're going to be free before they even hit 40. That's not fair. Seriously, it's not fair. But anyway, we were at the party there at Brent and Amanda's a few months ago now, I suppose. But to see the glint in people's eyes, to see them winning, there was not one single solitary person in that entire yard that hadn't made money. Not one. They had won. Okay, some had won a little bit better than others, but they're learning how to make more as they go, and that really did love me. I really did love that. We had a bit of a battle plan to start with, not much of a one, I might add, and we started knocking some balls out of the park. A lot of that was good luck, a lot of that. But we have a lot of people will say, well, you know, you're great, you've done this, you've done. No, I'll steal a line from one of the people who've been in this game a bit longer and made a few more mistakes. So we can tell you what not to do. That's the only real difference between us and someone who's going to start tomorrow. That's about the only difference. But there's plenty of fruit on the tree. Run along with your bucket, pick as much of it as you possibly can. I won't be upset. So think on that. Have a good night.
Thanks, Dan. How about Brad Smith? Can you give us your thoughts, Mr. Smith?
Yeah, can you hear me okay? Because I've got a bit of noise, man.
Okay.
Yep, all good. Yeah. Well, it's been a good little journey. I didn't pick up until late last year and early this year. And most of you know me from putting together the website. IT, tech support, and people, it's someone to blame when things go wrong as well. You can take that if you want to send it my way. But no, it's been very interesting to learn the process of the company and how they actually work behind the scenes, and get that confidence that they're going to be there for the long haul. So yeah, I'm with them and I'm expecting great things.
Thanks, Brad. Now, how about you, Miss Amanda, on Amanda's iPad? You're the lady who keeps telling me she doesn't know what she's doing, but you've got a whole big mob of people down your leg and about 30,000 units, I'd guess.
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes, indeed.
You can. I know. I somehow managed to have all these people on one leg, but not very many on the other. But I'm starting to get going. I'm starting to really get an understanding of it. It's been a hell of an education, and it's also been it's been really, really interesting. And going to work and just the whole attitude is so different, and it's fantastic. This whole idea of you don't actually have to go to work and work for 40 years and then retire and die. There's another way of doing it. And I think at the moment, with what's going on in the world, it couldn't be a better time to find out and to realise the access to being able to save gold and to have another income. And it's been really, really interesting, really interesting. And I think I might start signing people up soon. Maybe.
Very good. And thanks again for the number of times that we managed to end up in your backyard having barbecues.
Well, that's kind of the fun bit too. I love it. That's the other thing I've really enjoyed. Like it's it's sort of opened up a whole new social life as well. It's a whole different group of people that I would never have met, you know, if I was at 12 months ago, you know. So it's been really good. I've really enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks, Amanda. Miss Kate Longley, one of our contributors to the website. Nope, can't hear you, Miss Kate. Left half of a gear at work. Kate has been through the mill with the coronavirus, whatever you want to call it, Heineken flu. She's a school teacher and she keeps switching from teaching in a classroom to teaching online, and that's not easy when you've got to cart all the gear around with you. So I don't think Janet is on, Ms. Hort. Anybody else that would like to say a few words
can
about
you hear
our
me?
1 year? Yes.
Yes. Well, I've got a little bit of a story in that I've been in the network marketing business for at least 5 years and direct sales before that. So, you know, I know it's a bit of a hard slog, but with all the training that I did with these companies, they all said the same thing, as in don't spend all the money you make sure you invest in it, you know, invest some of your money. So for the past couple of years, my sister Linda and I were looking for something, you know, that will make our money grow. And we did join the previous company, and unfortunately that didn't go as planned. And then when we heard about Karatbars, we were, a little bit sceptical, but thought, well, got nothing to lose. So jumped on board very quickly like everyone else did. Then I went and Kate joined with me basically 30 seconds. I was busy trying to join up first so she could join up underneath me. And then I went on a lovely cruise for 42 days. Not much internet, but every time I did get on the internet, Kate kept saying, oh my God, I've been buying gold and it's amazing. You've got to get back here. You've got to jump on. And I'm thinking, what's she doing? What's it all about? And by the time I got back, she was able to fill me in on everything I'd missed out on, and got to work and, actually did a little bit of building for a couple of months and basically set ourselves up. But, I've probably been a little bit quiet lately just with all the changes, but really keen to get back on and start sharing the love. So, that's my little story.
Thank you, Miss Janet.
Okay.
Yes, it has been a while. Been very good to see the growth in the team in different places.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you. And Kate even commented in the chat window that she was so excited to join that she had to hurry Janet up so she could use her link. It was a fun time. So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's a bit of fun. We've really enjoyed it this year. We've got a lot more to come. Now we're going to go on with some news. Some of it's a bit depressing, but it's not necessarily about us. We just need to know what's happening in the larger world out there so we can know how to deal with people's questions and answer them. Now, Mr. Duck, I know that you're around, so you want to give us your story of the growth of gold rocks for the last year, and you've got some news about freight as well.
Thanks, Derek. How are you all this evening? Last 12 months, my God, I didn't know a horse could buck as hard as gold rocks does at times to push you to another level. And you were saying about Brad sitting in a room with his arms crossed for a couple of days. I can certainly vouch for being in a similar position, not being prepared to step out after certain experiences that were had. But I really, a little bit like Brent, I'm very humbled with the experiences of life that I've had in my previous careers to be able to assist many in our team, whether they be direct or cross-line, to be able to utilize fiat currencies that they've had locked up and unable to access until being able to do it through certain methods to get it into gold rocks. And it's just, for me, to watch that happen and be a part of that happening has been very humbling and an experience I wouldn't trade for anything. And to be building a team and getting a little surprise every now and then when you get an email that says, "Thank you for your purchase. We bought 4 grams of gold for you," that you don't even know is going to happen is pretty exciting. So really looking forward to the next 12 months or the next 10 years. It's, I believe, with what's happening in the world, and as you and I have spoken, Derek, there's a lot of trouble in front of us, a lot of pain, I believe, and the one thing we can be certain of is the gold around us is going to stand us in good stead. So moving on, yes, if anybody has received an email or a text that they're receiving a shipment of gold or a pending shipment of gold, please check it. Both Brad and I have been talking to FedEx and to Customs today. For anyone who's not aware, gold and silver and platinum bullion, 999.9 grade, or with gold it's only 999.5 grade and above, is not subject to GST and or any other government taxes and charges. If you get anything from FedEx to the contrary, there is a declaration that you can complete. I do have a copy, Brad has a copy, that can be completed and forwarded back to FedEx to waive the GST and any other charges. However, there is an $88 entry fee into the country set upon us by Border Control that cannot be waived. And we're waiting on exactly what the weight of gold upward that is attracted to, but you only have 5 days to pay it. Otherwise, it will be shipped back to Germany. So for anyone that's not aware of that, please put that in your pocket. Oh, Brad's just told us it's a $1,000 limit. So that's probably about 8 or 10 grams. So for anyone who's wanting that information, feel free to contact me, reach out at any time, and we will help you through there. And again, Derek and Carolyn and Brent and everybody in the team, it's been an honour to work with you for the last 12 months. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Duck. So all something to watch out for. We will see how we get on as we go along, and just make sure that we get on top of all of these, because it's new. There's been very little of this come into Australia, and we, the Gold Rocks crew, have been at the forefront of expanding that. So let's get underway with the rest of it. I'm going to skip through a couple of little things tonight because we've got less time than I thought. So there's more phones arriving daily. You will get an email from DHL. Some of them are coming in with fees attached and some are not. And as Graham has said there in the chat window, you can challenge the fee, because mostly you'll find that we didn't actually pay for these. They were part of a package that came. So we've just got to make sure that we get the best deal that we can. We'll keep working on that till we can tell everyone what's the best way to do it. Here's a market warning that I talk about every week. If you're going to send money to buy gold or use a credit card, just think about what you tell your bank. They do not like you buying gold or cryptocurrency, but I'm telling you this so that you're aware, not afraid, because we've got gold, baby. Even the government now is trying to put charges on us to stop us doing it. So I'm going to skip by this next little video of Greg Menorino's. We'll come back to him another night. We're just a bit short of time. So here's some world news, and this is really, some of this is startling. We've talked about what might happen if this continues with the society. So just understand we need to pay attention to what's going on. So let me read this because it's critical. Following roughly 2 weeks of existence that have been characterized by an incessant stream of video showing beatdowns, brazen theft, armed robbery, and myriad other crimes and or revolutionary acts, Seattle's autonomous zone has finally sustained its first casualty since declaring independence from the United States. Declaring independence. We're not talking about South America or Central America. We're not talking about somewhere in Africa. This is in America. This is Seattle. I've been there many times. It is a beautiful city. Their society is starting to break down. And new research about households in America, they are saying that over 52% of respondents are routinely worried about paying their mortgage, and 47% are considering selling their homes. This happened on the weekend. 47% are thinking about selling. What will that do to the real estate market in America? And I can tell you, if it happens in America, we're going to be tarred with exactly the same brush. This is not good. Here's a comment from Peter Schiff, one of the commentators that I follow regularly. Fiat money doesn't derive its value simply because the government says so. It's the faith that such declarations inspire that instills the value. Once that faith is lost, the value is lost also, regardless of what the governments say. Bitcoin is electronic fiat, as its value also comes from faith. Now, if you're talking about the faith, why has a part of Seattle, Washington State, declared its independence? I'd pretty much say that's a loss of faith. Just understand we are in very troubled times. We've got gold. We have the goose and the egg. Remember that when someone decides to tell you that this is some sort of a scam. KBC, our cryptocurrency, unlike Bitcoin, has a gold component and is exchangeable for gold. The stable coin in Karatbars that will be released in the next few days is gold. One stable coin is 1 unival, a tenth of a gram. Do you need any more faith than that? That is where we're going, ladies and gentlemen. We have the goose and the egg. Don't let anybody tell you this won't work. So what about Europe? Have a look at this. Dismissing the Central Justice Court of the EU's ruling as incomprehensible, the German Constitutional Court effectively declared itself the ultimate arbiter of EU law in Germany. Yep, in Germany. The central part of the European Union has just decided that they don't like to be told what to do by the European Union. The political implications of the German Constitutional Court's ruling may be even more far-reaching than its legal ones. The ruling signals an end to an era in which member states outsource their fundamental decisions. The states are starting to take back their rights. What does that mean for the European Union? I don't have the answer to that, but I can tell you that's really bad, because all of a sudden you've got the German voting bloc, I suppose, in the European Union now saying that they're going to take back legal control of their country. Who knows what's going to happen? Remember, we've got the goose and the egg. We have what we need to survive. Welcome to 2020, you tinfoil hat wearing aficionados. And yes, the news does get worse and worse every week, but don't panic, Jonesy, because we got gold, baby, as you know. And this is what's happened to gold today. 430% return over 20 years. That's 25.1% annual. And watch this space, because predictions are that gold will go to stupid amounts of money per ounce. And when I say stupid amounts of money, I am talking stupid amounts of money. We got gold, baby. Hang on to that. So gold has, 10% a year in buying power. We've actually just seen that it's a lot more than that. 31 grams in 2000 was 450. Today, it's about $2,500. That's a tidy increase in value. All the while, your cash, your fiat currency has lost 54.28%. Be aware. Now, what's going on with this new eWallet and the new coin? The virtual wallet that is replacing the MasterCard will allow you to pay bills directly from the website and or transfer money into a bank account. We've never had that before. This is a great outcome. If you want to have a card, the cost will be €6 and delivery takes 2 to 3 weeks. It's a couple of weeks for it to process and then about a week travel for it to get there. So just understand where we're going with this. At some point, we will have people chasing us. You can't apply for the credit card yet, Drew. because they haven't released the new wallet. It's coming very soon. And no, Mr. Saravalli, you can't order one yet. In the next few days, they're talking about Wednesday, Thursday of this week, it will go live. Anybody got any other questions? Yes, it is a one-off fee, Richard, €6. They will ship you a card. The first lot that go out will not be Karatbars branded just because of the speed. They want to get them out quickly. But at some point, they will switch over to a Karatbars branded card. On one of the videos that came out of corporate, they talked about €6 a month. It's not. It is €6 one-time fee. And I believe that you can use the card on your phone as a virtual card, even if you don't have the plastic card. Got any other questions? Are you recording Corporate Call Thursday morning? Brad, it will go up on the Karatbars YouTube channel. It usually takes them 2 or 3 days to get it up there. I will record it if I can get on the call. But given that we're getting down to the wire with this wallet and the stable coin, I couldn't get on last week at all. Just couldn't get on it. So we'll try. I've downloaded last week's from the YouTube channel. So I've got a copy of it. Yep, 1,000 peeps per call. And they hit that number before the 4 o'clock time frame, because I tried to get on about 5 to 4 and it was full. Be really good when we get that many people logging into a Gold Rocks call. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if we've got no more questions, let's call it a night. Great to share with you tonight. KBC exchange date rate yet? No. The date should be next week. The exchange rate, if they're back on track with the white paper, should be 75 coins per gram. So we're just waiting to confirm that. I'll be happy if it's 100 like it was in December. So thanks, everybody. We really appreciate you coming along. Oh, Wal has a question. Where is Wal's question? Can you pay the €6 with your normal credit card? I believe so. And I believe that you can also do it from commissions. Sorry, Wal, I missed that. It was going past too fast. I'd be very confident that you could pay it with a normal credit card. That's how the last one worked as well. Happy anniversary, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. It's been a great night. It was good to hear everyone talking. And let's get going and build a massive business. We look forward to seeing you on the golden beaches of the world. Have a great night.